Why, hello, Falcons, and happy day one lesson. We are almost done with Pythagorean theorem, as crazy as it may sound. We had our finding of a leg, finding of the hypotenuse. Remember, the legs are the two shorter sides, A and B. The hypotenuse is the longest side, and that is our C. Remember that the hypotenuse is diagonal that right angle, right? It's across from the right angle. So remember, if we know that that is there, right? We are pointing to the C, then we don't know what the hypotenuse is. So that's how we solve it this way, right? Where we add. If it's the leg, right, if we go across and we do hit a number, we do know our hypotenuse, right? Then that means that we're solving it this way. Okay? So we did both of those things last week. Now we are adding in a coordinate plane. So notice how these two stars, those were the points that were on the coordinate plane. Then what they did is they connected it using up and down and left to right. It's very, very similar to slope, right? How many boxes up and down? How many boxes left to right? The nice thing is it's not like translations where you're like, did I go left? Did I go right? Which one am I going for? That's where it's nice about this. And then they just counted boxes 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Then they're saying, okay, so this distance is what we're trying to find, excuse me, and that is our hypotenuse. So here's my formula. I plug in my two sides that I know, just come from counting boxes. 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. That gave us 13. Then we take the square root of both sides, giving us that C is the square root of 13. And then if we round it, it's about 3.61. Okay? If you want to round it to the 10th, it'd be about 3.6. So that's what we're looking at today. So let's do one. Looking at example number 1 down here, right? They want to know from A to B. So they want the direct distance, right? The quickest route. But before we can do that, we have to figure out the longer route, how long that would take us. So if I count boxes, that's 1, 2. That's 1, 2. I have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. What am I plugging in? 2? Where at? A? Sounds good. Where else? It is B. C is our hypotenuse, right? Here's our right angle. C is our hypotenuse, so we don't know that yet. 2 squared, 4. 2 squared, 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. And finally, last but not least, take the square root of 8. Take the square root of 8. And you get which is about 2 point what? 2.8. Good job. That's all we're doing today. We're taking what we did last week and we're adding it to a coordinate plane. Great job.